I remember long ago in 1980s, I was a student like you. I joined mechanical engineering in a college next to our town. And those are the days India was witnessing information technology revolution in its country. But I got a mechanical branch. Anyway, after joining the college, we are very happy. They taught us some languages also. So initially, they taught us what is known as Fortran language. I don't know how many of you ever heard that. Some faculty may be knowing this. And then we loved it. We started experimenting, programming, started using computers. Mind you, those days computers means they are very rare. So by the time we came to fourth year, we came to know that industry moved away from Fortran and using a language called C. So, I was kind of shaken a bit because the shelf life of my skill, what I learned in the first year, is no more valid in the fourth year. So then, fine, somebody told me that maybe it's good to do MTech also. So that's when I went through the grinding of GATE exam, then got a seat in IIT Chennai. From mechanical, I took a jump to IT. And then more discipline, more hard work. I was going through the curriculum and all that. And finally, we came to, the final year. There, first time I'm seeing that, the companies are coming to the campus to recruit the students. Those are the days where the campus interviews just began. And all along, I had one more feeling that although I am very good in academics, I wrote exams, I memorized many things. But whenever a real practical scenario comes, I used to feel little perplexed how to resolve this, because all that I know is some equation, how to solve some equations and how to ensure that my examinations are passed. Anyway, finally I gave the interviews. Again, there is some anxiety. What will happen? Will I really get a job or not? Then mind started taking to many other areas. It is saying, what will happen if you don't get a job? Parents are there, social pressures are there. So these were, some of my feelings. I felt very anxious and paralyzed. And then fortunately, I got the campus interviews, both the jobs. I gave 2 interviews and both the companies have invited me. Then I happened to join a multinational company. There, the environment is completely different. I remember first time when I went to that place to see the building. We went 2-3 days before to see the building. It's a huge complex with gold, what is that, glasses and all that, as if something fell from heavens. And then, we are very excited. Then we have spacious cabins, cafeterias, and many other facilities. Very painfully, I came to know, I realized that from a technical background, I'm lacking interdisciplinary communication skills. Very slowly, I realized that soft skills are also required. What I know in my technical curriculum is not sufficient. So then, I was more anxious, more paralyzed. and also started feeling worried about my future. So then, all this is not very happy. So I wanted control of my emotions, anxiety or stress or whatever, the pressure of exams or professional career. And then I want to feel confident and feel competent. Then, actually, what happened because of the rigor in the professional life, slowly my eating habits changed, my sleeping habits changed, health took a little bit of a back seat. But I want to come back. That was a kind of wanting I had. And then I also wanted to feel little more freedom inside. Irrespective of what the circumstances are, I want to feel a certain serenity and calmness in me. And so I want to feel relaxed. This is what I wanted actually. So I am looking at changing from an immature person to a mature person. That was the so this is called actually this is the underlying principle of metamorphosis. If you look at the dictionary, it says the process of transformation from an immature form to an adult form. So it's a very apt theme taken for this TEDx. Metamorphosis is an important element in our lives because we are always transforming ourselves. We want to grow, we want to become more advanced, we want to be good people, we want to be happy people. Always transformation is taking place, and particularly, I wanted to be healthy. So, as usual, you remember when on Jan 1st or in the first week, we take some resolutions. Yes, I want to be like this and I want to be like this. And then I read a lot of materials. So, uh, in the initial attempts, what happened, I take a resolution and for a week or so they are successful, but immediately in the next week something comes down and completely fails. So then I repeated these things many times. Then something is not working. There is some support is not there from inside. Then whenever I see somebody else doing much better, then I used to feel okay, is doing well. Envious feelings comes. Sometimes you want to just imitate. Okay, let me do something somebody else is doing, but that will be a disaster. And then after going through all these things, then I got a great curiosity and impetus. What is that which supports my desires? How do I transform myself carefully as per my planning? These were the some of the thoughts, and then I used to have these questions. For example, where are these emotions? For example, we all go through these emotions. Where are they in this body? Are they in the hands, legs? Of course, we all think brain. And what is anxiety? I started questioning some basics, and then where is this competency stored? And where is the feeling that I'm an expert, I'm mature? How to get this? This was my constant search. And then transform from what I am today to somebody whom I wanted to be. These are the various questions that I had. And then finally, I found some answers. I came in touch with Hare Krishna. Then, I was not very interested in rituals, doing some ritualistic practices and all that. I was very intellectual. I was trying to seek answers for my questions. And I surprisingly came in touch with some shlokas in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, as it is written by Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya, of the Hare Krishna movement. And then to start with, I took up one shloka and then experimented with it in my professional life in the company. When I saw that there are some transformations coming into my life, I decided, let me delve deeper into Bhagavad Gita to see if I can find a way to change myself to the point where I wanted to. So this was the my curiosity, and actually I found some shlokas from Bhagavad Gita. That was, I would say, greatest discovery. And this is the shlokas for Metamorphosis. I have selected two. In fact, Bhagavad Gita, every shloka transforms you towards a better growth, better happiness. Indriyani paranyaho indriyebhyah param manaha manasastu parabuddhi yo buddhe parasastuta saha. The working senses are superior to dull matter. Mind is higher than the senses. Intelligence is still higher than the mind, and the soul is even higher than the intelligence. Actually, since we are hearing this for the first time, it appears to be little not easy. Actually, what I came to realize is, although we may see as a homogeneous individual, but inside that individual, there is a structure. There is a structure of elements are there. So here Krishna is mentioning, I tried to show you pictorially here. He is saying, Krishna is saying, senses are superior to the body. What we look at each other is bodies. But you may see the body to be very healthy, but internally he may be going through some kind of a depression or anxiety. Where is this coming from? So here Krishna is saying, above the body is senses. Senses means we have eyes, ears, nose, tongue and all that. They have the capacity to pull the body in a particular direction. And then above the senses, Krishna explains that there is mind. Mind has a capacity to control the senses. For example, if we want to control our behavior, let us say we have a unnatural behavior with our words or our actions, then we have a hope because we can go up to the next level, that is mind. And then here Krishna also explains above mind is intelligence. So I was surprised to know that there is a structure inside. Like here also in this campus, there is a structure. This department is here, that department is here, something is higher, something is lower. In the first floor, ground floor, there is a structure. And if you know the structure, you can navigate this campus very efficiently and get your work done. Similarly, Krishna is revealing the structure within us, and if we can somehow understand this, then we can use this structure for our benefit. So, actually, in the purport, Prabhupada elaborates on this, and these are the kind of things that are there in us. If you observe, above the senses is sense objects. That means eyes require good images, our ears require good music, tongue requires good food. So they are considered higher because they can pull the senses. Then comes mind, then comes intelligence, and here is an important point called false ego. Actually, we all know that we have mind. Obviously, we know because anxiety, emotions comes in the platform of mind. Then, yes, we all have intelligence, and that's why today we are here in the TEDx event. Without the intelligence, we will not be able to even come into this college. So, metamorphosis with spiritual sadhana will make you a better person, a good individual who is feeling happy inside, full in himself, and then who is very graceful in his behavior and all that. So, I wish all the best for the students and the faculty and everyone present in this hall. And I wish that you all progress nicely and become great citizens of our country. Thank you. Hare Krishna.